Welcome to today's chemistry lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss our short questions that are given in our exercise. So, let's start to solve our question one by one thoroughly. So, our first question is, what is a successful collision? We all know for a successful collision, we need the colliding particle have energy equal to greater than activation energy. Secondly, the particle collide with the proper orientation. Our second question is, how does increase in the temperature increase the rate of friction? So we all know, because as the temperature increase, the kinetic energy of particles also increase. As a result, particles start moving fastly, leading to more vigorous motion. The fast moving particle will have more chance to collide with each other. Effective collision are increased in this way. Hence, rate of reaction is also increased. Our third question is activation energy. We discussed in the previous lecture, according to collision theory, activation energy is the energy that required to break the bond present in the reactant molecules. That minimum energy required to start a chemical reaction is called activation energy. Question number 4 is, why does the burning of sulfur proceed slower in the air than in the pure oxygen? As we discussed in the previous lecture, in the presence of air, it slows down because air is a mixture of different gases. It has 20%, 21% of oxygen, the rest is mostly nitrogen, which does not support combustion. In pure oxygen, their frequent collision between sulfur and oxygen molecule result in more successful collision and increase of reaction. Fifth question, why a catalyst is used in a preferably taken in the powdered form? We all know, by using a catalyst is mostly used in finely divided form because it increases the rate of reaction due to larger surface area. Larger will be surface area, more active sites will provide the reactant to form into products. Sixth question, why is the rate of reaction often very fast at the beginning of the reaction? Because at the beginning of the reaction, the speed of collision will be high because of higher concentration of reactant. Seventh question is, magnesium does not react with air at room temperature, but it reacts very fast at high temperature, giving intense white light. Explain why. Because we all know, at high temperature, magnesium atom gains enough kinetic energy at high temperature, and collision between magnesium and oxygen become more effective, which result in fast reaction, releasing lot of energy and giving intense white light. And it does not happen at room temperature because it required sufficient energy which is not provided by at room temperature. So specifically, we will provide a higher temperature to magnesium to react with oxygen to produce the product. So our eighth question is, what happens to the reactant after they climb the energy hill during the reaction? We all know, at the peak, when the reactant particle processing activation energy climbing the energy hill. After this stage, the reactant are converted into stable product and potential energy of system falls down. Our second last question is, how does a catalyst lower the activation energy of a reaction? So we all know a catalyst lowers the activation energy by providing an alternative reaction pathway that requires less energy for the reactant to convert into products. When the activation energy is lowered, more and more particles of the reactant start forming the higher energy state, and the rate of reaction will increase. Our 10th and last question is, give any two features of the catalytic action of an enzyme. So for example, the reaction catalyzed by enzyme have following characteristics. First, specific nature, each enzyme acts on its specific type of reaction. Second, lower activation energy, enzymes provide an alternative pathway for the reaction by lowering the activation energy. Third, not consumed in reaction. Enzymes increase the rate of reaction without being consumed chemically in the reaction. Our short questions are end here. Hopefully, you will understand every question very well. After the short question, the second thing is that every descriptive questions answer pictures have been attached with this lecture. You can clearly see every answer marked on your book. So please kindly mark them at your book to remember it very well.